Welcome to the 4th annual episode of Eye of the Storm. Rain King, what are you doing up there?
I'm doing your mom.
Big fan.
And that man who just talked right there, would you like to introduce yourself?
All right,
Dan.
if you don't already know who I am, I'm sure you do, but if you don't, you can call me Combo. We'll keep...
All right, rock, paper, scissors combo.
All right, do you think...
All right.
So,
Rock,
you can do
paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah, shoot yourself.
How are you
That's
so
what
good
I'm
at that?
Anyway, please continue, Mr. Chewit.
Oh, okay. Do you want to just get straight into talking about our Thunderfields and Blunderfields for the week?
I mean, we have a lot to preface here for this week. There's been a lot of stuff going on with Thunderfield, with the songs that we have.
Dude, you're not even in Thunderfield. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Literally number 9, no?
Uh-huh. Where's your song? You appear to be like 85 days late.
You will see. You will see. Anyway, but I mean, okay, I don't want to be the one to address the elephant in the room. So maybe it should be one of you two. You know, as Coleman said, I'm not in Thunderfield, so maybe I should be the one talking.
Who's Coleman?
I forgore. Chew it a ranking. Chew it a ranking. I forgore.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Currently,
So, what are we looking at, guys?
okay, first we got 333, okay?
Okay.
Across the valley, you know? Did you know that 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9? And 3 plus 3 is 6? How does G-Money do it? How does he do it?
Wait. Dude.
How does he do it, dude?
Dude, it's fucking clicking. It's fucking clicking.
So it's called Across the Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a piano piano instrumental.
Ah. Your words make sense.
Uh-huh. Your words make sense. Keep going.
Speak when spoken to.
Okay. So, yeah, this is a piece that G-Money's had in the backlog for a really long time. And he's applied to for multiple different things. I think, you know, he talked about how he's going to use it in a game that another person is making. So I've been hearing this song myself for like a long time, but it's good to see that it's out in some sort of official-ish capacity before actually showing up in that game. But I think it's also already in some sort of demo / prototype for that too. So pretty cool. The song is very nice. I think it fits the vibe really well. You know, it gets the job
G-Money
done.
at the moment. I don't know. Low key, I don't think I like this one that much. But like, yeah, like I remember, like everyone like, you know, kind of liking it, and like I was just like, it doesn't quite do it for me. I'm sorry, G-Money. I love you.
It's quite nostalgic for
I
me.
think
I
it's
know
pretty
someone
good.
else has
What would
mentioned
you
it.
give it, huh? What would you give it? Like, what? You're gonna give it a MIDI feel? A MIDI feel
mean-
plus? Thunderfield minus?
I mean, come on, G-Money loves MIDI. All right, it's not even an insult to give him MIDI field, you know?
Yeah, honestly.
Come on. Are you saying MIDI field's bad or something? You saying MIDI field's bad? If he gets insulted by my rating, like, come on now.
I'm down for MIDI field. I'm not gonna give it MIDI field.
MIDI field?
I'll give him MIDI field.
Plus or just MIDI field?
Low key,
MIDI
I
field's okay.
like I'm on the side of like MIDI field minus, but that's just I think that I'm kind of
no, MIDI field. We're definitely keeping MIDI field.
Look at you, Mr. Fence-Sitter Compromiser.
Yep. Any problems?
Yes, you.
Yep. I think MIDI field's a good general. Because I mean, if you're feeling MIDI field plus, chew it. Ranking says MIDI field minus. I say MIDI field.
Yeah,
Averages out.
unfortunately. I tried I did all I could, G-Money. They just hate you.
I don't. Yeah, it's just it's not that I have anything against. I don't know. It didn't
It's
click
fine.
for me.
I think it's fine. It's solid.
Okay, but what about Between Worlds and
This
Time?
one did. This one did click
This
for me.
song
This
was a
one-
hitter. So beyond it, of course, being a very nice like ambient vibe track with a lot of cool sampling from different media properties and stuff like that. The music video is just really like atmospheric, bro.
When that
hit.
synth hits, when Metal Sonic appears, oh my lord!
Or like the Metal Sonic hand transition to Shinji's hand, I
Yeah.
was like, dude,
Cinema,
Yeah, like,
cinema.
absolute cinema. So on top
Kind
of
of
the song being
pseudography.
really nice. Indeed, I'll have to agree. That is a good adjective to describe it. It really feels like it's like this almost grounded sense of like surrealism and where it's like about self-reflection and try to move forward and achieve some sense of purpose. And I like how Timothy uses these characters that are so confused and confounded by the situation they're put into. Primarily Shinji, though. I think Metal Sonic was an interesting decision considering his background, but he definitely fits with the aesthetic. I still like the transitions. Overall, really good. Overall, really, really good. I think the music video does a lot.
God. Oh, and also, oh my God, the sample with the.
At the beginning, I'm in the old city of Chicago. Like, like
Oh my God!
so
And then when
stupid.
Shinji's brooding right at the end of the call, I actually die every time.
Yeah, it hits.
That shit is so funny.
It hits.
It's like hangs up. It's like Shinji's like.
Dude, he's literally me for real, bro.
Actually, me for real.
Chew, what are your thoughts on this?
Huh? Oh, I like this one. It hits. If you watch the video, it hits. Which is admittedly a little bit of Thunderfield cheating, but you know it's still
Who cares? I enjoy. I like to enjoy.
It's cheating that does good.
Yeah, it's like the least egregious kind of cheating.
Yeah, it's beyond the medium, and it's not like the easiest thing in the world.
The most egregious cheating being Alessio cheating.
True.
Ah, it's clicking. It's clicking.
I would never.
So what are we putting this on? This I'm kind of feeling.
Midifield plus Thunderfield minus area.
I was about to say Thunderfield. I'm not gonna...
I think it's Thunderfield minus.
Okay.
I don't think it's Thunder. I don't think it's Thunderfield.
Okay. Thunderfield minus is fine. I'm
has to be, you know, a little bit above.
Yeah. I see.
Like,
no worries.
Like My Life Coleman Wasted. You know.
What? Don't you know every Coleman song is a Blunderfield?
Hey, Chewy, you hearing this guy?
Hmm. Yeah, this guy's just a hater. I ignore
Honest.
him.
You've been chatting. I'm
Dude.
chatting.
No, you're not.
I'm literally chatting with Russ.
That's all he's capable of. He's like, me.
I'm from the old city of Chicago.
Exactly. That's me. Except Minneapolis.
So I've been playing Aleatori's song in the background here. And then what are we thinking about this song? I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Rain King. Hey, no words out of you.
Oh
Pablo.
yeah.
My bad.
Oh yeah.
You.
Aleatory dropping heat, as per usual. I'd say I like this as much as like Darling of a Bastard. I think it's kind of nice. I don't think it's like, you know, one of his standout tracks, but I think it's different from what he usually does, and I think it's cool.
But I think there's some people.
And I like the sample, or not the sample, but like the one lyric in the song.
Oh yeah, it does kind of hit.
It does kind of hit. And the thumbnail. Oh, we'll get to that later.
So what are you gonna give it? Midifield plus, or what about?
I'd say
I like it better than
plus.
Darling of
I
the
don't think it.
Bastard. Because I think like the polish definitely helps it.
Yeah, I agree. I think I give it Midifield plus. I don't think I like it as much as the video, like Jorg's video, but I think I still quite like this one.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, G Money. I dragged you down. I'm sorry.
I will echo Rain King's sentiment here. I feel very much the same way. It's a new style for Aleatory, and I appreciate that. And it's also kind of reminiscent of some other members' styles sometimes, and things they kind of try with the piano solo, or like I guess the piano focus, and trying to keep it to be like a descriptor almost of like an environment or a situation, which is really cool. I like it, but I will stand by it. Strong, alluring thing to it, but the thing is, the point of these tracks isn't necessarily to have something like that. So it's kind of just like the way it structurally is doesn't necessarily just doesn't really appeal like that. So you kind of fall into a trap of like it's nice,
yeah,
but what else?
And
you know?
also one thing to think about is, you know, if Aleatory is making an instrumental, it probably means that he doesn't really have an idea for a full song. So it's already coming from like a place of like, you know, there's not, you know, much huge like melody inspiration, right? Because otherwise, if he has a great melody, why not use it for like an actual song?
Well, to be fair, I think that's also kind of a difference in perspective on what is considered like an actual song or not. But
I mean, sure, but I'm saying from Aleatory's perspective.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So I'll agree. Because we're considering Aleatory here, then historically he's always gone for, you know, this big banger, you know, lyrical incredible pieces. So I get it. But I think like a really strong instrumental
Oh yeah.
from anyone could be something huge. You know, if they
Just look at
have
G-Money.
something for it.
Look at Snazzy. Snazzy hits me silly.
Look at Fleeting Feelings. It also hits me.
Fleeting
silly.
Feelings.
Fleeting Feelings is good. Yeah, Fleeting Feelings hits for me.
Old
That's-
Ford.
Oh,
that's
but
it.
actually not as
Like,
good
I
as
swear-
God is a good. You suck at music.
Says you.
Have you heard this? Have you heard this combo guy? I hear he sucks at music.
That's
Oh,
true. I
true.
actually have god awful at music. That is 100% true. But all good. All good.
It's a learning process.
Okay. So now do we want to get into one of the contenders for
and
this week?
speaking of learning processes, let's get into Nell Sunders. Nell Sunders, banger.
I feel like Nell Sunder really poured himself into this one.
I think
I'll reserve my. First of all, I think this is clearly a Thunder field, perhaps a Thunderous field. When
I think
we
it's
get
a
into that
Thunder
later.
field because I do really like the lyrics. I don't think it's thunderous. We'll get to I'm a bit
We'll
of a,
get to that.
I'm kind of chatting right now.
I guess I might be biased because
Yes.
I kind of felt the song
Okay,
was a
this
little
whole
simple,
section of
but
I Want to Be 8 is like, oh my god, he's so good. He's so good. How is he so good and so inexperienced?
It is a good song. I'm willing to put it like in the Thunderfield category, but my vote is inching towards Thunderfield minus personally.
I think that's fine considering how bare it is. Like, I
exactly,
think
that's the biggest thing. I just feel like it's very like it is
Like,
solid, but it's kind of simplistic, and I don't think the foundation is good enough to really carry it on to feel like a fully flourished like great product as a whole.
If
Like,
that's the
think-
case, then
I
why does
think-
it have the second most views on the channel?
Dude, that is a crazy thing that I wanted to get into discussion about.
Yes.
Is the views
view
that this song
count.
has had. So that has created such a big point of discussion in the Thunderhead community, which I am a very big part
we're
of. by the way, and
finally getting famous. I
I'm
don't have
really-
to get a job.
I was really excited to just kind of dive into this a little bit and think about why this could be happening or what's kind of the setup around it.
So I did make a
Give us some
document
background.
earlier.
Yeah, we do
And,
have
like,
a background.
so,
by ranking.
Nell Sunder himself believes it's about thumbnail, and I am probably leaning towards that too. But I think it's not chosen by thumbnail. I think what it is that it's randomly selected because, like, look at the other songs that kind of got blessed. You got like Across the Valley. You got Continental. Was it Continental Landing and Islands in recent memory, right? And
Mondays?
so these ones got like a shit ton of views out of like nowhere. And but look at the ones that don't have thumbnails, right? You got Across the Valley, Continental Landing, and these ones have significantly less views than Islands, He Hates Mondays, and Hey, How Have You Been? They have like half the views. So I think if it randomly selects one with a thumbnail, it pops off harder than if it doesn't.
Agreed. I'm pretty much entirely with that. It just kind of feels like a random pull of the algorithm if one song happens to be appearing on a lot more searches. And if there is a more colorful or more enticing thumbnail, that'll pull a lot more people in. They'll definitely want
Because if you compare it to the Sweet Nothings thumbnail, it's like
pretty similar.
It's
the
framed
same
very
style.
similarly.
That's true, it's true. But that did not pop up anywhere near as closely as views. Like, this song is going to be...
This one's almost 500 views. Like, bro, like,
Yeah,
100
that's
is going to beat 100. Like...
That's ridiculous, right? Yeah. Honestly, who knows? This is an absolute mystery, but and we're trying to see like what kind of the like lasting effects and impacts of that song or like of its like views are too. Doesn't seem like anything
We've gotten a few subscribers.
but there is like a notable boost still. Like, it's not like the hugest thing in the world, but I think there's still a notable boost in the songs to come after. Like, we have the upcoming songs that I guess we'll talk about when we get there, right? But there's a mix of standard thumbnail and non-standard thumbnail, and there's still like a pretty significant view boost, I would say. So there is some sort of a lasting impact here, but the actual like, I guess, impact horizon of what this really is still a little unclear. I think we need more data, we need more information, and I think most importantly, we need to see how the next Luke song performs in the views. I feel like
True.
that might have something to do with it. Who knows?
I can't wait.
feels
I can't wait
anecdotal.
to see what he has in store. He says
Yeah,
he's
who
all
knows?
busy and he's gonna make like Blunderfields, but like,
the thing
come on,
is
this
that,
one kind of
like,
went hard.
The thing is that one of the things is that Aleatory, who runs the channel, doesn't use like any hashtags to like mess with the algorithm or like recommend it or anything. So I don't actually know how if the next Nell Sunder song has anything to do with it.
Yeah, that's
fair,
a good point.
That's a good point too. Yeah, it could. Well, I mean, maybe it's just a thumbnail.
It could
gap.
just be like, you know, like a lightning in a bottle kind of moment where it just happened to be Nels Unders, and Nels Unders happens to be more favorable than the other members.
But what Nelson needs to do is he needs to try and recapture lightning in a bottle moment and have every thumbnail be very similar. Put you know, that picture, that style of picture, with the same person front and center every time, and see what happens.
Flash on in a slightly low lit room. That'd be so funny.
Just keep running.
The photos are like low key cursed. But back to the song. Back to the song itself. I think Thunderfield minus a fair range. I did want to say he told me in private because I DM'd him. I really like the "I want to be 8, I want to be 6" lines, and he said it was influenced by Brand New, and I was like, of course, yeah, let's go.
The thing about this song is I feel like it deserves recognition for like how much of a leap it is stylistically.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
he doesn't. I feel like he's never put himself out there vocally, and then in this song, he did that, and I think it worked really well. So I think that should be commended. That's why I think it should be Thunderfield, not Thunderfield minus.
Yeah, because his vocals are like a lot better here.
Though, right?
They're a lot better. I think the lyrics are really good. I think the guitar works nicely.
I think, I think it is.
I don't think there's really any like problems with the song either. I think it does like hit.
I think it drags. I think it drags a little bit.
Like it's a little too long.
But yeah, considering it's just guitar and vocals, it does kind of drag. And he doesn't change the melodies really. So that's why I like.
Like, it can kind of
I personally like it a lot. I've listened to this song like a shit ton. So I personally give it Thunderfield. Yeah, but I don't think it's like.
I feel like it could be like for in terms of like not doing anything wrong. You can say the kind of like similar things about the more like the piano centric pieces that we saw G Money do a lot, and like Aleatory also recently put out. Where those songs are also just like fundamentally like nice and good, but in a way they also feel like a little safe. And like it's not like super far out reaching. It doesn't like reach that impact. So that's kind of how I feel about Nelson Under's latest song too, where it's like this is ultimately just, you know, voice and guitar at the core of it, and it's nice and it sounds nice, but I feel like it could still be more. So it is a great learning progression, and I'm not going to like deny that at all. This is huge improvement for Nelson Under. I'm super proud of it, and I can't wait to see what comes next. But as a stepping stone itself, I still think it should be evaluated as a song on its own, and then we'll really see what impacts it has for long term in the future. And when Nelson Under really makes that crazy bang that everyone's like, holy shit, this is it. Then we can be like, okay, so we're seeing where he's learning up to, and that's the song that will count. That's how I see it, though.
Dude, you're chatting. I don't even know if you actually said anything. You were just using words.
Rankings, did you get it? Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you mean. I think you're saying it didn't quite do it for you, and you want to see it, like you want to see and you want to reward him for like, you know, go like elevating his skill and like elevating his ability, but you also want to, you know, wait and see where he has to go.
Exactly. Thank you. You got it. I want to open my window. I'll be right back.
To give him anything more serious than, or to get.
But in the previous episodes, we have already stated that there is sort of a scale, relative scale. So I think it still should be Thunderfield.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Thunderfield as well.
All right.
I've definitely listened to this song multiple times.
Me too. I'm at least 100 of these views. That's not true.
We can talk about Dawn's song. On the playlist, it's already gone through all of them. It's well, actually no, it's doing Isaiah right now, but.
Some more. I'm a huge fan of this song. So I first listened to it and I disliked it. I didn't like it, and I was like, this is kind of disappointing. Wolfram 2 by end, this is gonna go so hard, and then I listened to it. I'm like, it's a little bit off kilter and like strange.
Yep.
But then like I re-listened to it and I'm like, why is this actually so good? He actually put like so much thought into this. I swear to God. Like when he goes into the start standing still part, there's this like really weird effect of like he strums on the offbeats, and it sounds so good.
This is where like I think a relative scale part comes weird for me too, because like, okay, again, no flame to Nelson Under, but I feel this song is better than Hey Have You Been. But I
think I agree as well.
We put Hey Have You Been at Thunderfield, and for whatever reason, the scale is allowed to where I'm like 100% confident putting End song as Thunderfield. So I'm getting thrown off by like the way comparison works.
I think I'm down to give both Thunderfield, but
like this also gives me Thunderfield -5s. I don't know.
Really?
Like I think it is good. And I can see a lot of what you're talking about, like with the way he's like creatively, but also awkwardly almost like putting a lot of things together makes it sound like really weird. I think there is like some like hint of musical genius in there that like kind of comes out and then like kind of withers away.
I swear to God, when he says it goes like this, and then the travel back and forth big build up is, I don't know, it's kind of kenography.
I think it's like good. But I feel like there's like an idea that could be extrapolated like a little bit more, which is why I kind of want to give it like a Thunderfield minus.
See, I was like, oh, the execution is so disappointing, and then the bad, I don't know, I feel like the bad execution is like hitting.
Part of it a little bit.
It's
okay,
like
I get that. I kind of get that. I guess I just wish it sounded like cleaner, because you can still kind of make it sound funny, but it like be a little more cohesive. I don't know. It's weird. I guess yeah, I'm down with Thunderfield. I'm down with Thunderfield.
I think it's. What about you? What's your thoughts?
Well, you say Thunderfield?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this song a lot. I think this song has a lot of revisiting. I think there's a lot of like cool things
so
you don't hit on the
I
first
keep listening
time.
to it.
Yeah, there's like a lot of things that you don't always pick up on. It's like very like freeform, I feel like.
It's, you know what it is? It's like Chronic's Lost. It's like the percussion of that is also very disorienting, but somehow it comes together like way better than it should.
Yeah.
I don't know. En's a genius. I don't know.
It's like N can be so disorganized yet so genius at the same time.
I don't get it. You know,
That's
some
just
people
how
are
it is.
people are just better at music than me, dude.
Honest.
All right, and then we can talk about Fiery Dream, which is my song. You guys can
Chewit sent me a demo with this chorus, and I was like, "This is a hitter." I swear, this chorus is actually like one of my favorite Chewit choruses.
I think I have to agree. Yeah, it's definitely in that upper end of Chewit songs.
I think it might be my favorite Chewit chorus.
I think execution-wise, it could have been better. Like maybe if you double track the guitars in the chorus.
I think the guitar is pretty boring in this song. And then I actually discussed this in DMs, where like this song is like so close to being like super good, but like it's just like a couple of like instrumentation things and then like arrangement things, and I think it could be like a really good song.
I think like it's kind of like ballad. I think ballad might be like stronger potential wise, but I think this one is very strong.
I think the production is just good enough to like where like the chorus like hits on the drop where it like does like the and then it like goes into the chorus.
Yeah.
I think I like really like that part because like then like then like all the drums come in and then like there's like this thing I did with like the vocals where like it's like double tracked, but the second track is like really low in the mix, but it has a reverb on it, so it like sounds like a little bigger. I don't know if you like notice how that sounds in the track. Where it like the vocal in the chorus sounds like fuller, and that's why.
Tag, I didn't notice that. That's sick.
Nice.
But the guitar is pretty boring. I think there should either be like a lead part. It should be like double tracked. There should be like and suggested there should be like muted strums because it's like it kind of just sounds like noise, especially like the verses. It sounds kind of weird sometimes. Like, I think it works for like the very beginning of it, but like once the vocals come in, I think it should probably like change.
That's fair.
Because like when it first comes, it's like I think that's fine, but I think it needs to like tone down or like have like a different pattern for the vocals. But I would like, to be honest, I was just kind of lazy when I like and I like 'cause I recorded the guitar first because I like to sing over the guitar. It's just easier. And then I never went back and redid it, so it's just like how it is from the beginning.
That's fun. Ultimately, I still think it turned out like pretty good. Still a pretty good song.
Yeah, I don't know.
My vote would go Thunderfield minus again.
I think this is Thunderfield minus.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think this is. I feel like this is kind of like more what I think. If what's it called? I think if like the production on this is like a little bit better than how it is on My Life, Coleman Wasted, but I think that one had like stronger ideas. So I think.
Okay.
I think this one is better than that one. Just because of like the production, but like I think they're like similar. And we rated that one Thunderfield minus.
Yeah,
I personally like this song more.
Fair.
I personally like the vocal melodies, especially in the chorus, are like really sick, and they don't sound like Green Day Guy at all, guys. I swear. Billy Joel Armstrong.
Trust, guys.
Solid piece of work.
And after realizing he's not allowed to copy anyone. Oh,
Dedge.
Dedge.
Wait, but if you're not allowed to copy anyone, how would ranking fare?
No, it's trust. Okay,
Trust.
I'd still have nice to meet you. No, I wouldn't.
Do you like me now?
Actually, yeah.
There you go.
But I was copying nice to meet you. Lou.
Here's the thing about this cycle, okay? Here's the thing.
Okay.
Maybe we can talk about this a little later when we do the overall ranking.
Uh-huh.
But I could see, like, you could argue that If Some More is like potentially like a top 3 Dawn song. Especially if you exclude Thunderfield 100, you could probably make the argument it could be one of the best end songs.
I think.
And then there's.
I can see it because I've had that thought.
And then Hey How Have You Been is definitely the best Luke song. It's like probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think
know
it's close.
if it's too much of a contest. Yeah.
Okay, but
And
have you heard this fine print?
wait, have you heard bad music?
And then I think Fiery Dream could be the best Chewit song also.
Yep.
And then Isaiah, which we're about to get into, could be the best
Ranking
song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like people saying Across the Valley is their favorite G Money song. I don't think I could. Like I can also see that G Money has like less of a library. I don't think I'd agree with that, but I think you could like argue maybe
that there's something.
Yeah,
there.
if it's like you've heard him play it for a long time and it like kind of strikes a chord.
Strikes a chord.
like
It's
it like
again.
when you see like the objective of the song, which I'm not saying this has to go into the rating at all, where it's a video game track for like a video game world.
Oh
It
yeah.
like accomplishes its goal like very, very well.
Right.
Yeah, no,
right.
because it sounded like Slay. Like it's like, oh, this kind of sounds like Slay the Spire, and I'm like, so I didn't know it. I didn't know it was from like he was using it for something else like that.
Well,
Yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
idea
Yeah.
for it. It's like an old idea that he
Yeah,
was telling me
I
about.
do
He
kind
brought
of
it
wish
back,
it was
and
a
then
bit
he like
more
added
fleshed
stuff
out
to it.
because like it's like 2 minutes, and there's not a very strong. I don't think there's a very strong melodic part to it. Although, but it's supposed to be in the background, right?
That's kind
So-
of the thing about it. Yeah, it's like hard to.
I would say
Make that
maybe
balance.
for the Thunderfield upload, he could have added stuff,
He
but
could've.
He did
I
add
think
stuff
he
from
did
his
say he
original
did.
version. He did add stuff.
Yeah, I think he did say he did. Yeah.
there's like a second voice. But it still, I don't know. Maybe that like synth voice he used just doesn't like resonate with me. It's kind of airy
That's
and like
fair.
I don't know.
Doesn't
it just didn't,
drive it
like-
forward as much.
But
No,
I feel like
agree with
it gives some like nice like. I could definitely like if I saw this in a video game, I'd be like, dude, it's hitting.
Yeah,
Yeah, you show like in a Pokemon town or something. You're just kind of walking around like, oh, it's nice. It's nice. Although I guess the Pokemon town themes are omega bangers, and they actually do have like a core melody that gets stuck in your head, bro. Driftvale
Driftvale
City,
City?
goes hard.
Oh!
Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Anyway, we can talk
Yes.
about Isaiah now.
Ah.
Which okay. This is
The
about
king has returned,
this is
boy.
my understanding of Isaiah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this ranking guy is a known aleatory abuser.
whoa.
All of his best songs before have been produced by aleatory, but this song is different. It is primarily produced by Rain King.
Exactly.
So I think
Exactly.
that is actually very important here, and I think it actually gives it a comparable edge to Hey How Have You Been in terms of like artistic like jumps in terms of like stuff like that.
Because I think my last fully self-produced one was Bucket Ice Age, and this is like for me.
I
was
think this one is better.
way like
Miles,
because that one didn't have
miles
a
ahead.
that one didn't have a bass part, which I had to improvise because I don't have bass here, so I had to use my guitar and octave shift it, and then I also have an electric guitar this time, so I can do my lead parts with an actual electric.
Is there
I
any
did,
of this that was recorded at Aleatory's garage?
Drums, rhythm, and vocals.
Okay.
And that's all that was recorded in his garage. And then keys were the keys like that up here are G Money recording it however he does that. I'm not sure what he does. And then
Yeah, I think he just has like a.
I did like
XLR
phone
cord.
recordings for like back with some background vocals.
You know, I think this is so. Like I think for me the Thunderous was between this Isaiah and Hey How Have You Been, just because of like what they mean for like the artists of Thunderfield, and kind of like I think that they kind of like stand above just like the music in terms of like what is accomplished here. And I think I was gonna give it to Hey How Have You Been, especially because of like the weird algo thing, but I'm starting to lean more towards like the algo is like kind of just random, and and I'm not exactly sure how it works, so you could just argue that's luck and shouldn't factor as much into like the rating here.
Right. Right.
And then if you don't, because I don't think it's like that I don't think it's like that outlandish to say that Isaiah is definitely like a better track than Hey How Have You Been. There's definitely like a lot more going on, and I think like the instrumentals are a lot better. Like the lyrics are pretty good. You know,
Yeah,
Ranking
I'd say
still
for me,
sucks at
like
singing.
No,
I'd say for me,
I think he approved it this time too.
I had to make a six. This is my first 6+ minute song. Because I've
Yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
like 5+ minute ones, but I haven't broken the 6+ minute like 100 or you know, Monster in Your Woods or for Kiwi or anything. So this was like writing this was like completely different to how I normally write stuff. Because like normally like with Wolfram, like everything just kind of falls into place because there's not that much to think about when you have to just like write a verse and a chorus. Oh, then I also rewrote the song to add the funny light bulb part, but that still like falls into place very easily when it's all like concrete already. This is just like taking a bunch of like loose ideas and like trying to throw it together and like try somehow, and like because I did want to write a long song, so I was trying to think about like ways I could make a like long song. And when you think like that, like songwriting kind of becomes kind of weird. But I think I pulled it off really well. Like the lead part is like so cool.
It is.
I double tracked it. Oh my, it's so cool.
And like all the different variations of like first the main melody and also having these kind of like secondary melodies that come up, and you have different parts play them back and forth to each other, and then like the hard transition on like 350 or so we go straight to like just MIDI drums.
There's there's like one part at 350 right before where I didn't know how to transition it, so then I listened to like my main influence, which is a song called You're My Air by Minus Story. And what they do is they just kind of like let it play, or like they kind of go, and then they do like a note, like a couple notes, and then it goes into the switch up that they do that I copied the switch up from. Mm-hmm. So then what I did is I took my guitar, where I'm like da 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 or something like that, like the 340 mark, and oh my god, it's so clean.
Yeah, that is just, I don't know, the way that song was all put together, and like knowing kind of what you want to put into what you want to get out of it, like you having your ups and downs, the struggle as like a musician, music maker, to feel like you need to complete your album, you need to have something to really round it out because you feel like it was lacking. And then putting this together on like what felt like kind of like a whim, because one day you just kind of told me you were stricken with inspiration, and then you like started making something, like wait, it was clicking, and I was like, wait, how hard is this gonna click, right? And throughout weeks of you just gonna be like heads down, just like in there, putting in as much as you can, much effort, and this is what you get out. It's like, this is kind of where it feels like the ratio felt like so perfect, at least from like an output. Like usually it's like people put a lot of effort, and sometimes like the project just kind of seems like it's like all right, and like it's fine, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's like,
I hate that feeling. That's what happened with The Cave, and I actually, that's what I like wanted to avoid, bro. This song, like, dude, put me through so much. I was like, every single day for 2 weeks, I was thinking about this song. Like, I couldn't pay attention to my classes, bro. I was just thinking about this song, my album, and like, if I could even pull this shit off. I was like,
exactly. But like with that level of commitment and like all this stuff you put into it, of course, you know, drawing for influences for it. Because I remember like towards the end, the pop off definitely reminded me of like Asian Glow for like, I think Harvey, right? I was like, okay, this lines up. Like I get it, right? But inspiration is not necessarily, you know, like pure copying. And
we just listened to Ipsum more. Literally dubbed Wolfram 2.
So having all that stuff work together, but still having your own spin, your own twist on it. You know, it's still the Hamza vocals, but I feel like you're improving at vocals, right?
This one, I think something happened like
the first verse definitely hits.
Islands.
When I record outside.
Oh yeah, I love that. That okay. Inside outside line also is a Mars Accelerator reference, like in Source Splat.
Oh.
They say the line like that, and then sorry, I'm rhythmic baiting right now. One thing though was ooh, wait, oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Alright, whatever. But there was like a myriad of influences, be it like Modest Mouse Brand New, Minus Story, Wolfram. Oh, no, I was talking about my vocals. So yeah, so like, I don't know, something, like with Wolfram, I don't really like how I sung Wolfram. Or at least, and then something clicked around Islands where I figured out how to like, do what I wanted with my voice. Like, what if I wanted to get like grittier and stuff? Like, if it kind of clicked somehow when I listened back to Islands, and like I'm like, oh, I think I did it there. And then with this song, it like, I think I blew it out of the water. Like I actually did it like very, very well on this song. Like the "What are you waiting for" lines, the "Do you like me now"
Yes.
line.
Dude,
The,
what are you waiting for? That is like actually the peak of my like the song to me. I will like go back and listen to the part where it transitions right to like the guitar part that comes in there, and you just scream, "What are you waiting for?" I'm like, dude, it's so good, it's so good.
So I didn't know what to
Actually,
do for the lead part. For that part, so I borrowed the one like the secondary lead part I use on the yeah part, where it's like dun, 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 dun. So I did borrowed that from farther ahead of the song
Right.
and used it for that part. But I did it like a dun, 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 or dun, 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 or something like that, and it's like it sounds so spooky. It sounds like a violin. Like when you get to that part.
Oh, I know. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about now. It sounds a little stilted. It's like kind of odd, but it's still kind of...
Wait, the first one's that was one thing I tried like messing. One like problem with like producing the song was you know, I couldn't do everything perfectly at Aleatori's house. Like I don't have infinite time there. So I can't just like get everything just right. The first
Right.
"What are you waiting for" is a little bit early, and that first guitar part couldn't be aligned right because that whole part was just a little bit out of time. But I think the other two that I did there are on time, but there it's a little bit out of time. Also, same thing with the that last like that yeah part into the like that last like I don't know what you call that chorus.
Yeah.
Like
Ending,
your
I guess.
your riff, your like main riff.
Yeah, the outro.
I think the riff of this song is like, it's either like this or Wolfram is the best riff, but I think this one I like better.
Yeah,
I guess like the Nice to Meet You one's iconic, but like it's only used that one part.
Yeah.
But it's like it sounds like way more like grand, and it like fits like the vibe of the song.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Dude, when I wrote that, I was like, yes, I have a good song. Because before, the day before, I spent like 7 hours trying to like put the song together and like warp it, but it was still just rhythm. At this point, I added bass, and it was rhythm, bass, drums, guitar, or vocals, and I had like, and I was like, is this song gonna be good? Like I don't know, and I had to sleep because it was 6 a.m. And then I woke up the next day a different man. I slapped out like all the lead parts, and it clicked. And then and also I have to shout out. I'm sorry for clowning you, G Money, but I have to shout you out for this song. Thank you so much for popping off so hard.
If that's the case, you're willing to bump his song up to a MIDI field plus.
You know, fuck it, yeah, sure. I did him dirty. I won't do him so dirty.
I think this song should. I think this song's better than MIDI field.
Okay. Oh, let's do it. We'll do it.
But
yeah,
he went so hard. Like, yeah. It was a little bit. Also, one thing was I told him I wanted to like kind of build up, but his build up wasn't like very consistent, so I had to like go in and like make like volume adjust it like each note so to make it like kind of fade in properly. But yeah, everything sounds so good.
It does. It feels like such an incredible package.
Yeah.
And it seems like the great way to like to send off the songs that you want to have for your album.
Oh yeah.
Although there's still something left, isn't there?
Yes. And I think, yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
In My Palm.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
In the future.
That's a little bit inconsequential. That one's not nearly as important as Isaiah for my album. Because like
yeah, of course,
just
of course.
1.5 minutes versus 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, because it's about like I guess getting that completeness of like your track list. Like these are my songs,
yeah.
You know, once you have it. Oh man, yeah, Isaiah is just incredible. That like, at least for me, not being the biggest Thunderfield listener, I'm not listening to every song that's out there, but I listen to ones that I somehow get thrown my way. So for just as like this is very anecdotal evidence, right? But like I've listened to almost every song from this cycle, which is pretty unusual.
Well, you also had to be on the.
Well, no, I mean before this. Yeah.
I just want to make it clear we're giving. I think I think Isaiah's probably gonna be Thundersfield. I don't think you guys are gonna want to do anything else.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters what I say. So. I'm fine.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the most deserving of Thundersfield. Like it's whole.
When I was unsure, I was like, "Hey, how have you been? Probably will get it because I don't know if I can pull this off." And then I did, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, Luke."
You had to do him dirty like that. It's okay. See, now we want to see Luke with some fires, get some Nails Thunder Fire, and bring us back with
True.
something crazier.
The only thing is,
That's
do you
what
want to
I'm
give?
looking
Do you
for.
want to give? Do you think Isaiah deserves Thunderfield Plus?
Yes. I
Yes.
think this song, I think I like it more than Wolfram.
Did we give Songwrite and Islands both Thunderfield Plus?
I don't remember.
Hold on,
I feel like they're Thunderfield Loki. But I think that's fine. I think,
Islands is like borderline, I'd say.
yeah,
Songwrite to me feels more Thunderfield. But
really. Big,
I like-
big
I like
Rain King fan.
I am a bit of a ranking fan. Islands hits. Islands hits. Songwrite's also still really good. I still really like. That's definitely a no-brainer Thunderfield.
Oh, I'm actually so stupid. So when he says Rain King go away, it's like rain, rain, go away. I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
Go away. You are still bad at melee. That's true, by the way.
Actually, I have fallen off.
Yep. Unlucky.
Loki.
All good. It's okay. G Money's popping off. Worth. The spirit has transferred on. All good.
Okay, so do
Yeah,
you want
this
to get
aleatory
around?
guy wants hands or something.
Do you want to go on to the overall rate? Let me look at the cycle episode one. Oh no, we didn't give Songwrite or Islands Thunderfield Plus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't remember giving him Thunderfield Plus. Because
That's
I
fair.
remember,
Yeah.
I remember being like, oh, Vuhor and Wolfram are Thunderfield Plus or whatever,
And I just exited out of my notepad.
which is kind of fine. I'm down to give Vuhor and what's it called? I'm down to give Isaiah the same rating as Wolfram. And Vuhor
Yeah.
versus Islands and Songwrite. I think that makes sense.
Honestly, I feel personally Islands is closer to Thunderfield Plus than Wolfram is. But I don't know. That's
Oh,
just like
yeah.
from I guess my outsider perspective.
For me-
I just like Islands more.
For me, it's just I felt more inspired when I was writing.
Wolfram.
It was kind of funny. Islands actually had a similar songwriting practice to Isaiah because it was longer. I wanted to because this was directly inspired by Asian Glow, so I wanted to be like more like linear songwriting, not necessarily
I do
verse
think
chorus,
for,
verse
for
chorus.
me, well, there's like the main riff in Isaiah that kind of like carries it as like it's like
Yeah.
iconic thing. I think the like the chorus in Islands like I personally like better than
Yeah,
anything.
I think I agree.
It's definitely better than anything lyrically in Isaiah.
Yeah. No, actually, one thing I wanted to say is I think lyrically, or like vocally, or not vocally, I think lyrically, the song is weaker
Yeah, I agree. That's
than,
like my one
than
problem with
Islands
it.
and Wolfram.
There's like no
I guess I can see that. Yeah.
there's like no there's no like main like vocal melody to
Yeah.
like latch onto, which isn't a problem. See, like I was like this is like the Rain King song on the album that like the real Rain King fans is like their favorite song, but it's not the one that gets like the most hits, you know?
Yeah. I think Wolfram is definitely the hit, right? Like,
It's maybe nice
Like,
to
Nice
meet
to
you will
Meet
be
You.
the crazy
no,
blow.
Nice to Meet You is definitely the schizo pick.
No.
Look at everyone. Everyone's like, no, Wolfram's the best.
Isaiah is
Look
the
at,
best.
look at this
Trust.
vid kid guy.
This vid kid guy.
This VidKid guy said Whirlwind was his favorite Thunderfield.
Based. Holy basting. Although I would have picked Ballad myself.
Have you heard of Fiery Dream?
My fiery
That's
dream.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Ah, yeah, this was a crazy cycle.
Yeah,
though.
this one
cycle
is quite good.
actually
I'm down to give it
really
like
S plus.
no, because the problem with
Like-
I feel like
good.
it's
Have we
Name
had
one
S+?
better cycle.
yeah we've had. Wait, I can name definitely the Wolfram one was better.
No.
Yes.
Okay, that was Wolfram and Vuhor in the same cycle, right?
Also Old
What else is
Fortune.
there?
Also Mystic Symbols, which was Ends. I don't know if you've listened to that one. I really like that one's really good. And he probably forgot how to play it because he's stupid. Stupid.
Well, he did forget to play it, so you're just
not
saying
Deep
that he
Rock Hill.
is stupid.
To the top, the long one that no one listened to.
Did we give
that's
that
a
one?
funny
Did we give that
song.
one S plus?
I think we did. I think it. I don't know what cycle we'd give S plus to if we didn't give it to this one.
I'm gonna
Maybe the 100 one,
S.
the 100 cycle. I'm down to give this S
I'm down for S then. Yeah, that's fine.
with wait.
Can I even find it?
What is this? What would this cycle? I guess if it did,
We gave. Yeah, no, we did give the Vuhor cycle S plus. I have it up on the screen. I don't know if you can see it.
yeah. Oh, Thunderous and Thunderous Plus, holy based.
Yeah. Um. I also will add in that when we did make the one with Islands and Songwrite, I feel like Islands wasn't hitting for us as much. And I
Yeah.
think now it would probably rate it higher and give it Thunderous Field. Because actually, I don't know. I've listened to. I don't. I've listened to. Maybe I've listened to Songwrite more. Never mind.
I feel like I've definitely listened to Islands more, but in the moment, I was so sick of Islands. when I was rating it, I was like, this Songwrite song is so much better than my shitty Island song. I hate myself.
And it was also funny because you were like, he used my chatting against me and made it a good song.
Yeah, true. How did you do that?
How did he do that?
Advanced BM.
Oh yeah, okay. The text document in my files is named s plus cycle.txt.
Yeah,
also,
because like,
I'm gonna. We're at 45 minutes right now, so I don't think we can get into the other concept that we had planned.
no.
Oh
It
no!
got delayed again.
All good. All good.
Okay, we'll have Jorg for the
Next one.
dude. How did it keep getting delayed?
All good.
Why do you
Mine
think?
got delayed
Look at all the people who are here. We're all mega chatters.
Oh, true. We're actually Omega chatting.
Wait, it's so hyped though. No.
And true, I was like,
There was
talking
only
about Isaiah
like
for,
2 times
20,000.
earlier in the video where I muted with it because it was funny.
Wait, what? Bro!
Dude, do you remember that? Remember the part where I told you to keep talking? I like muted you for like 10 seconds.
I had interesting things to say.
All of those moments lost forever, lost to time like tears in the rain.
Dude, this Coleman guy is a hater, bro.
You have the tendency to repeat yourself sometimes. Calm down.
Sometimes.
You like to
I'll give
talk.
that.
You like to talk yourselves in circles in colorful ways.
Circle waves.
Oh, one of the best aleatory songs ever. Thoughts?
So, what do you think's holding this cycle back from S plus?
Aleatory.
Nah. Actually, maybe.
But if you look at like the strength here of just like how many Thunderfields and Thunderfield minuses there are, it like the only thing would be like if it's like that top heavy to where, which I think is fair.
Low key, week went hard, boys.
Dude,
week
look at us.
went hard.
This might be the best week in existence.
That actually is probably the best week we've had.
This is so crazy.
All right, I'm just gonna put at the bottom here.
Yes, quote unquote strong week. Am I right, fellas?
Okay, they're being a bit experimental. All good.
Yeah, this was not even close, boys.
Bit of an Isaiah carry. Bit of a hey, have you been carry?
Oh, just like how you carry all your team in Splatoon 3, against those shitter 3-year-olds.
No. I'm actually so bad, but the game's fun. All good.
How do you lose against 3-year-olds?
They're better than me? Huh?
Wait, dude, this guy's chatting. This guy's the best gamer I've ever met.
Exactly. How many of you guys have beat Killer 7?
That's true. I don't know how I did it,
I don't know how he did either.
but that's true. This guy saw my aim, bro. Holy. I cannot aim for the life of me. All good. We made it.
And you didn't even do it on the hard difficulty. If we did it on the hard difficulty, this game would have been over. We'd still be playing it.
We out. Literally, I would like Steam share it, bro. It's different. So wait, what's the overall rating we're giving the cycle is S then? Okay, agreed.
I think the only thing holding it back from S plus is that it felt like Wolfram and Vuhor were very like transcendent songs. You could maybe argue you could argue this one as 2. Like if you give this cycle S plus, I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world. I think it's fine.
That's true.
But you know,
Maybe if you're one of those like new subscribers to because of Nell Sunder, and you're like, when you give it to freaking Isaiah, you freak.
I think in terms of like if you want to like have like a consistency argument, I think you could say this is S plus. I think this is probably like top to bottom like all the songs are very like in the S plus cycle there are songs that like are probably like skippers like FS2 is like the most chatting song. It's like 30 seconds long.
Too.
FS2.
And then like you probably don't want to listen to all of the song that nobody listened to, even though it's good like background music. To the Top has like some weaknesses.
It hits sometimes. I remember.
What To the Top? The main riff into the top, like
Yeah.
the strumming hits, but like the vocals are
yeah.
like subpar for Chewit vocals. Oh, you know, because I'm such a vocalist. According to Fiery Dream, you know, nobody can sing. Nobody
So
can sing like
true.
Billy Joel Armstrong like me, guys.
I guess when I'm looking at the previous S Plus Psycho, and we're looking at like the two main hitters of Wolfram and Vu Horror, I don't want to be like an El Thunder hater or anything like that, but I find it hard to put, hey, have you been in the same category as like Wolfram and Vu Horror? But I can very easily see Isaiah fitting in with those two songs. Is kind of like, because they both kind of have this like this bigger epic feel of like we're making a big song and it's gonna like mean something. Or okay, Wolfram didn't have that same sense of scale necessarily, but it still had that kind of just like enthralling riff to kick it off, and it was a great song, right? So Isaiah has this like large sense of completion, but it still feels like, hey, have you been is on the way. It feels like a middle step to something bigger, is the way I see it. So I feel like
what Fallout
I
and
think- I
Fallout
think-
was for me.
It could be
Yeah,
his nice to meet you.
Dude, the audacity of this Yorg guy. The audacity of this Yorg guy to DM me right now.
This guy is crazy. But
Hold
yeah,
on,
but
think-
I
think
feel like
Cam.
I think it's probably more fitting to put this into S rather than S plus, just because the relative scale
hate
I
you,
feel favors
Yorg,
like Vuhor and Wolfram
you
against
suck.
Isaiah and Hey Have You Been. Is the way. I
Yeah,
see it.
crying emoji. Yeah, crying emoji. That's at you, Yorg. Yeah, Ganon crying picture.
Sorry to all the audio listeners. I
Well,
just played nice.
should
to meet you
about
on my
wrap it up
guitar.
for us. No.
And,
Oh. Look at
And
these
with
fire
that-
DMs.
Haley, is there anything you'd like to say?
Thank you guys so much for